she's very realistic to many, hence why we have so many fans of not just young brown South Asian women, but, you know, guys and girls of all different backgrounds and also of all different ages.
Hi, I'm Darren Barnett, and I play Paxton and Hall-Yoshida.
I'm Maitreyi Ramakrishnan, and I play Devi.
I'm Jaron Lewison, and I play Ben.
Hi, I'm Purna Jagannathan, and I play Nalini Vishwakumar.
Hi, I'm Richa Morjani, and I play Kamala.
My name is Ramona Young, and I play Eleanor Wong.
Hey, Character Media, my name is Lee Rodriguez, and I play Fabiola Torres.
We're finally seniors, and honestly, I think we're doing pretty great. Now that I've done the deed, I can focus on what's important. I think we've really grown into being the poised, fearless women we always dreamed we'd be. Oh shit, there's Ben, hide me.
Your characters, you know, they're in this love triangle. Also, I can't believe I'm sitting in front of the infamous love triangle. I love it. They go through this love triangle in high school, but they've also gone on these like journeys of self-discovery. So how are Ben and Paxton leaving us differently than when they were introduced? And I guess we'll start with Darren.
Paxton starts out as the guy that has no worry in the world other than swimming and girls. And I think he's very humbled as the show goes on because swimming is taken away and he has to kind of fight for his own way to go to college and make a life for himself. And the aloofness is not always going to work. And it's a lot thanks to Devi, you know, studying with her and getting a inspiration for academia through her. And he's leaving really filling what he never knew was a void inside of himself with finding an actual purpose, which I don't think it was swimming. I don't think it was, you know, girls. I don't think it was just being the cool guy. He needed something more rewarding. And teaching is filling that for him.
Yeah, love that trajectory of his character. And then Jaron?
I think that for Ben, he starts out as a character that is pretty brash and loud and obnoxious at times. And then I think throughout the series, again, kind of with Devi as sort of a proxy or a catalyst, he learns that deep inside who he really is something that people actually really gravitate towards if he just is vulnerable enough to allow people to see that part of him. And I think that when we get to season 4, he's learning how to deal with pressure and he's learning how to process and he's finding who he wants to be in the next chapter of his life. And I think that he's realizing more and more as the series goes on that, again, that vulnerable part of him is going to be a lot more successful than that loud, brash, obnoxious part of him is. And I think that he definitely still has ways to go, but I always say, like, I'm very proud of his journey.
Yeah. He still has that little brashness, but like in a good way, in a cute way.
Always, he's got a bit of an edge.
Yeah, a little edge. We love it. And then Maitreyi, Devi's journey through high school is coming to an end here. Is there something you'd personally like to say to Devi, like the character, or about her?
Ooh, about her? I think she's a brilliant young woman. I think she's pretty cool. Like, she is, yes, a hot mess and all that, and she's imperfect, but I think she's I think of her like little sister now. Like, that's my relationship with the character. But I think she's very realistic to many, hence why we have so many fans of not just young brown South Asian women, but, you know, guys and girls of all different backgrounds and also of all different ages. Because yeah, it's like, you know, a high school show, but the life lessons that she goes through, as well as the rest of the characters do as a whole, are all quite universal, right? So, yeah, I tell her I'm proud of her, and that I anticipate many more mistakes, because, I mean, that is the reason why we love her.
It's fun.
Hot Pocket looks different this year.
When did his torso get so clawable?
Whose torso is clawable?
Mine, because I have a rash.
That sounds really gross. What you up to? You want to go make out by the bleachers?
Gen Z is scary.
In the show, we follow Fabiola and Eleanor's like high school journeys, and this is our senior year. They graduate, they move on. In retrospect, what do you think is like the biggest discovery each made about themselves, I guess? And we can start with Lee.
Oh, okay. Something good. Okay.
Or the biggest thing they learned, maybe.
The biggest thing that they've learned, I would say, is that friendship is very important. And, you know, just communication. You know, don't ever let a boy come in between friends?
Honestly, yeah. Honestly.
Honestly.
Like, for real.
For realsies?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ramona, your turn.
I don't know how I'm gonna top that answer.
No. You got him.
I would say maybe for Eleanor, actually for all the characters, like maybe like learning what being genuinely confident is about and how to be your authentic self while being confident.
That's a great answer. What was the toughest part about saying goodbye to the series? And we can start with Richa.
I think the toughest part is just knowing what this show has meant, not just for us, but for other people all around the world, and knowing how rare a show like this is and what it's done. And we don't know if we'll ever get an opportunity to be a part of something like this again, and I really hope so. But I will forever cherish what I've learned and experienced the last 4 years and the friendships we've made, specifically this one right here.
Same. I mean, the show was born at a really interesting time. It was COVID, but the show managed to forge an identity among all of us, and we were like really proud that this is a South Asian show, and that has also morphed. Like, we are firmly in a like amazing Asian talent, right? So Beef is out, and Never Have I Ever, and like it's changed the landscape, like the powerhouses of what they're doing and what they're doing to change. So it's expanded my definition of myself. You know, I always consider myself South Asian, and I've had to expand and say I'm part of an Asian diaspora.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my second question kind of plays into that a little. I feel like Nalini and Kamala are Devi's kind of immediate family, and then Nirmala in season 3 and 4 comes in, and you have this South Asian female-led intergenerational household. How does it feel to have that on the screen? Did that connect to your guys' like personal lives? You
It
know?
feels surreal to be able to be a part of a TV family that looks like so many of our own families, and we've never seen that on television before. And I mean, that's basically it. It's just, it's surreal.
At 16, I had the same situation. I had my grandparents living with me.
Yeah.
I had my cousin who would stay with us from Thursday to Sunday. You know, it was like this unbelievable parallels. My mother got remarried at 64. I have a 16-year-old child going to college. Like, it just like the abundance, and because it's so, the themes are so universal, everyone, including us, can see such resonance in our own lives.
Yeah, definitely. My grandma like lived right next to us.
That's
growing
right.
up. It's like she's over all the time.
And I think that other people who don't come from families like that or know what that looks like don't understand how much of an influence grandparents have
my gosh.
in our lives.
Everywhere.
Sometimes even more than our own parents. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And it normalizes immigrant families.
Buckle up, nerds.
We're graduating.
It's senior freaking year.
I freaking love my future life.